cake, my favorite, or perhaps you're making cookies or you're making something sticky and gooey. You have no worries when these silicone baking mats are at the base of what you're making, right? So what we're talking about is 7 total pieces. You're getting the large, you're getting the medium, you're getting the 3 little guys that are perfect for toaster oven, right? Did I say that wrong?
Well, you're getting, this one is actually a square, which is fantastic.
Oh, I beg your pardon. These are rectangles and that's a square.
Right, exactly.
And then 2 of the rounds.
Yes.
Exactly. For a total of 7 pieces. This is the brown. Thanks for knocking that over, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no, there you go. And then we've got it for you in some other colors. I want to make sure I call these the right things. Aqua. This is purple. Here's red. And here's green. Now, we went to a store, found a silicone baking mat, the one I hold in my hot little hand, and it was $14.99 for one. We're at $28.34 for 7 pieces.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. And you will also love that these are those same types of mats that we see for sale in the big high-end foo cooking stores for a whole lot more money.
Well, for sure.
Like this one.
Unbelievable. But you see, here's what I love about these mats, is the versatility of them. You think baking, yes, they will refresh any of your baking pans, whether your baking pan has nonstick on it or not. You can now use this to remove baked goods from your pan and also to ensure they're not going to stick, right? Things like your brownies, you want to make sure they come out of that brownie pan, no problem. And look how perfectly it is cooked, right? So this old pan, you think to yourself, oh, maybe I'll just get rid of that. It's so old. You don't need to. It's cooking great. And now with the pan, the mat in the bottom, no problem.
Wow.
And then here, a non-stick baking sheet. You can put these on and then have no fear that those cookies are coming off. You don't need to use sprays anymore on your pans, which is a great thing. But that's baking, right? That's refreshing your bakeware, which is great. How about rolling out pastry? And when you want to roll out pastry and then you want to just put it away, let it rest in the fridge before you bake it, which is a key technique, then you have that. You have that ability to move something. Now I've got my counter space back, right? Or what if I want to just quickly open up a jar, right? I can use this round one as just sort of a grip for myself so I can get open those jars without any trouble.
Get a grip, Meredith.
Get a grip, that's right. Or here's cinnamon rolls. Now I'm using the medium one the wrong way in this 9x13 pan, which allows me to have handles to grab it, which is fantastic. Great big frittata here. Look at that. Look how it pops right out because that baking mat's in the bottom. And then underneath, I've got a greasy hand now, underneath the cutting board, stabilizing a cutting board, which is fantastic.
Keeps it from
as
dancing
well.
on the countertop,
Now,
right?
if you didn't have this and you wanted to line your baking pans, you'd have to get your roll of parchment out and you'd have to get your pan and you'd be trying to draw a circle, right? And then you have to get your scissors, and then, oh, I didn't even get the drawing didn't work, you know, on and on and on. And then you'd have to try and cut it into that circle, and it wouldn't necessarily be quite right, or maybe it would be not all the way to the edge. It's just more convenient and, frankly, less wasteful to do it this way, to have the mat that fits perfectly. You can use either side. It's silicone covered fabric, super, super tough. The only thing you can't do on it is cut it. If you cut it with scissors, you will cut it. If you cut a knife on it, you'll cut it. But otherwise, this is fantastic.
And we have the pie crust here to go on top of our peach pie, which is fantastic right here. Gorgeous. And you also have,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And then look, doing things, so it's not always sweet foods, but even savory foods like this. This is we went overboard here, of course, with our cheese, but that was to prove a point. That we can do this chicken, sort of a chicken parm thing with mozz and tomato all over there. And then look how this cheese, now it's stuck onto the pan, but where it's on the mat, it comes right off the mat, no problem. So that is what you want. You want you want a baking mat that's going to save you so that you can indeed have your, cheese bite.
You know what they call that?
Very hot.
That and a chef snack.
Delicious.
I have to say, not disappointing at all.
I wonder if dinner is as good as this.
You know what? I don't really care. All right, we're going to check in with Mary because I've got one more item to share with you. Oh, you know what? Hold that still. We'll scrape off the red.
All right.
All right, Mary, we're trying to get the cheese snacks.
I love that we will delay moving on to the next thing if there's cheese that